Were senators' signatures manipulated to justify Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan's suspension? Is her suspension a legitimate disciplinary action, or a calculated move to silence a vocal female senator? Storm of controversy is raging in the Nigerian Senate as fresh allegations emerge surrounding the suspension of Kogi Central Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan. What was initially framed as disciplinary action is now being exposed as a tangled web of power plays, potential forgery, and accusations of silencing a vocal female senator. At the heart of this political firestorm is a critical question. Were the signatures used to justify her suspension manipulated? Why are some senators now distancing themselves from the suspension report, and what does this reveal about internal Senate politics? Join me, let's go deep down on Senator Natasha's allegation against the Senate President and her suspension saga. In a stunning revelation, several senators who attended the Senate Committee on Ethics, Privileges, and Public Petitions meeting on March 5th are now claiming that their signatures, initially presented as proof of their endorsement of Akpoti-Uduaghan's suspension, were merely attendance records. Did they knowingly approve the report, or were their names used without consent? According to sources within the Senate, the attendance sheet from the meeting was later attached to the committee's report, giving the illusion of unanimous support for her suspension. However, some senators are now distancing themselves, stating they were never given the opportunity to review the report before it was presented on the Senate floor. A lawmaker who was present at the meeting but requested anonymity expressed serious concerns, saying, "The proper process should have been for committee members to examine and approve the report before its presentation. We only discovered its content when it was read publicly." If true, this revelation raises serious ethical concerns about due process within Nigeria's legislative system. The harshest suspension yet. On March 6th, the Senate voted overwhelmingly to suspend Akpoti-Uduaghan for 6 months, based on allegations of misconduct and defiance of seating arrangements during a February 20th plenary session. But what makes her case different? Unlike previous Senate suspensions, hers comes with unprecedented punitive measures, a total gag order. She is prohibited from identifying herself as a senator, both within Nigeria and internationally. Withdrawal of all security aids, leaving her vulnerable to potential threats. Office shutdown. She cannot access her Senate office or staff. Financial penalties. Her salary and allowances have been frozen for the entire duration of the suspension. Banned from the National Assembly premises, effectively barring her from engaging in any legislative activity. A pathway for reinstatement exists, but only if she submits a written apology. The question is, will she comply, or will she fight to expose what she claims is a deeper conspiracy? International spotlight and allegations against Akpabio. Refusing to be silenced, Akpoti-Uduaghan has taken her battle beyond Nigeria's borders. On March 12th, she addressed delegates at an Inter-Parliamentary Union IPU meeting at the United Nations headquarters in New York, seeking international intervention in what she describes as an unlawful attempt to silence her. During her speech, she escalated the controversy further by raising fresh allegations of sexual harassment against Senate President Godswill Akpabio. This is not the first time such accusations have surfaced against him. Former Niger Delta Development Commission MD Joy Nunia previously made similar claims. With mounting international scrutiny, the question now is, will Nigeria's Senate be forced to revisit her case? The battle over the signatures. Behind closed doors, senators are now divided. At a tense 2-hour private meeting, lawmakers from different geopolitical zones openly questioned the legitimacy of their signatures being used to justify Akpoti-Uduaghan's suspension. 4 senators, 2 from the Northwest, 1 from the Northeast, and another from the North Central, allegedly challenged the committee chairman, Senator Neda Imaswen, arguing that their signatures did not equate to approval of the report. Their argument, signing an attendance register does not mean endorsing a resolution. The opposing view, attending a meeting automatically means accepting the committee's final decision. Despite the heated exchanges behind closed doors, none of the dissenting senators have publicly spoken out. Is fear of political backlash keeping them silent? A dangerous precedent? Beyond Akpoti-Uduaghan's personal fight, this case sets a concerning precedent for Nigerian democracy. If an elected senator can be suspended under questionable circumstances and allegedly stripped of her rights through procedural loopholes, what does this mean for the future of free speech and accountability in the country's legislative arm? Will this be a moment of reckoning for the Senate, or will business continue as usual? With mounting pressure from international observers, legal experts, and human rights activists, the world is watching. Will justice prevail, or will power politics win again? So, what do you think? Were senators' signatures manipulated to justify Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan's suspension? Or is her suspension a legitimate disciplinary action, or a calculated move to silence a vocal female senator? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more breaking updates, as we look forward to seeing you on our next video.